Hi everyone, welcome back to Cordial English. Tiger, tiger, burning bright. Yes, William Blake's very beautiful poem, Tiger. Today I'm here with a beautiful poem, Tiger, and its explanation. The Tiger. Let us recite the poetry, the first stanza. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forests of the night. What immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? In what distant deeps or skies burnt the fire of thine eyes? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? And what shoulder and what art could twist the sinews of thy heart? And when thy heart began to beat, what dread hand and what dread feet? What the hammer, what the chain in the furnace was thy brain? What the anvil, what dread grasp dare its deadly terror clasp? When the stars threw down their spears and watered heaven with their tears, did he smile his work to see? Did he who made the lamp make thee? Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye dare frame thy fearful symmetry? So here we go for the summary of the poem. The poem begins with the speaker asking a fearsome tiger what kind of divine being could have created it. Definitely, in the poem, there are many questions, and the answer is the ultimate God. So, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? Each subsequent stanza contains further questions, all of which refine this first one. From what part of the cosmos could the tiger's fiery eyes have come? And who would have dared to handle that fire? What sort of physical presence and what kind of dark craftsmanship would have been required to twist the sinews of the tiger's heart? The speaker wonders how once that horrible heart began to beat, its creator would have had the courage to continue the job. Comparing the creator to a blacksmith, he ponders about the anvil and the furnace that the project would have required, and the smith who could have wielded them. And when the job was done, the speaker wonders how would the creator have felt? Did he smile his work to see after that? Could this possibly be the same being who made the lamp? So, it's all connected to, there are, the suggestions of furnace and hammer, all these things are connected to our industrial revolution. Now, let us discuss the form of the poetry. The poem is composed of 6 quatrains in rhymed couplets. The meter is regular and rhythmic. Its hammering beat suggestive of the smithy that is the poem's central image. The simplicity and neat proportions of the poem's form perfectly suit its regular structure, in which a string of questions all contribute to the articulations of a single central idea. Stanzas and line by line explanations. Stanza 1, Blake begins by asking the tiger what kind of divine being could have created it. It is beautiful, perfect, and at the same time fearful. He believes that the nature, like art, must in some way contain a reflection of its creator. Burning bright, Fire is a constant theme in the poem. There is fire and there is darkness, the night, perhaps both suggestive of hell. He cannot believe that someone could have created a creature at once beautiful, terrible, and frightening. Stanza 2, the first two lines. From what part of the universe could be the tiger's fiery eyes have come? The poem addresses the moral question, who could make such a creature? God is courageous for having created the tiger. He is not just a capable of creator, but also a brave one. Not the repetition of dare and the use of strong verb seize. What two contrasting elements was God trying to achieve when he dared to create the beautiful yet deadly tiger? Evil and beauty side by side here. Stanza 3. What sort of strength would have been needed to twist the sinews of the tiger's heart? The poet wonders how once that heart began to beat, its creator had the courage to continue. These lines speak of the very power and strength of its maker. The sinews are tendons that make the heart work, and they are also known as source of strength and power. The heart represents not only the biological engine of the tiger but perhaps also its passion for living. Last two lines. Can God have created a dreadful creature? And if so, does this task made God's hand dreadful? God created the tiger. He is the artist. The work of an artist reflects the artist himself. So, what does the creation of such a creature say about the artist's hands? Stanza 4. Here, the metaphor of creation. The creator or the creation of the tiger represent the creation of all that is at once beautiful and fearful and perhaps evil. Continues with the image of the blacksmith. The poet thinks of the anvil and the furnace that creation would have needed. Here in this stanza, the imagery is more infernal than heavenly. Hammers, chains, furnaces, the very thinking of the fiery tiger began in furnace. The creation metaphor reflects the physical strength and courage of this blacksmith. Again, the word dare reappears. God must be not only capable but also courageous to have created the tiger. Stanza 5. When God's work on creation was ended, did he smile down upon it? Is it possible that he who created the docile lamb created you as well? Did the same God who made the lamb also make the tiger? If it is true, it suggests that God knows something that we human beings do not know. It suggests that God has the capacity for tenderness and dread, and that we can never understand why it was necessary for him to create both good and evil. Stanza 6, Blake uses repetition to reinforce his ideas. If the tiger is not only burning but burning brightly, is it not a creature of light? Maybe, therefore, our fear of it is rather short sighted because of, although strong and fearful, it is really beautiful. It is significant that Blake uses once again the word dare in the last line because of its emphasizes the concept of courage in relation to creation. This poem involves the acknowledgement of what is unexplainable in the universe, presenting evil as something that cannot be denied. It is easy to imagine that Blake was thinking of the problem of evil and the clear contradiction of a God who can create both beauty and horror in one creature.